You're watching Let's Chat.
This week on My Best Me, we're checking in with Team Fit Forever, our soon-to-be bride on her fitness journey, I should say. So, Mary, welcome back. And then Dr. Corey and Allison as well. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so weigh-ins were recently. Tell us kind of how it went down. Were you nervous going in, and what were the results?
I was super nervous going in because I've been on this plateau, so I was like, well, as long as it stays the same, then I'll be happy. If it goes up, not going to be happy. So it actually went down a couple of pounds, which was good. But everything else was just sort of staying the same.
But at least there was some progress, right?
Yes.
I mean, and as the guys, who are prescribing her plans for her, whether it be, fitness or wellness or even nutrition, how do you interpret this information? And we talked about her plateau last visit. What's it mean that she's kind of maybe coming off of that plateau with this weigh-in?
Yeah, like I said, we've had to just play some tweaking with her nutrition, and ultimately for myself, like looking at it from the wellness and the fitness side, is where can we start to fit in incremental or micro aspects of exercise. And then she's been working with one of our trainers at the gym to help with her nutrition, her macros. And we talked about macros, nutrients earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
And Allison, I mean, I hear a lot of people, a lot of teams talking about macros.
Yeah.
I personally have no idea what a macro is. And you were talking about it just during the commercial break about how to adjust now. Catch me up on what a macro is.
So macro is just a word for basically the categories in which we can eat food from.
Okay.
So carbs, fat, and protein. Those are the only categories in which we can eat food from, and those are our macronutrients, whereas micronutrients would be like our vitamins and minerals.
Got it.
So the macros are really important. There's just 3 of them, carbs, fat, and protein. So we just want those balanced. We want to look at the overall calories, but we really want to look at like how much carbs you're eating, how much fat you're eating, and how much protein you're eating, and really just try to get those balanced. And so Mary's been following macros this whole time. So we can just adjust those from time to time if she hits a plateau.
Perfect. Talk about the importance of being able to adjust those, whether it's, more protein, less carbs, or vice versa, depending on what your body's needing.
Yeah, so she's been following a lower carb, a little bit higher fat plan for most of this period, which is great, and it's worked really well for her. That doesn't always work for everybody, so you have to kind of just like case-by-case basis, but she's done really well with that. So, and always keeping the protein high. I mean, she's exercising, she's lifting weights, she's doing strength training, so we always want to keep the protein high. That's kind of like your base. So she's done really well with that.
Mary, do you think you would have the results you're having now if you didn't have, Corey and Allison in your corner?
Oh, no, definitely
How
not.
important is it to, when you're really trying to change your life, to partner with professionals and experts?
Oh, I think it sets the stage. I've done it by myself and wasn't successful. They sort of did it in a way that we did little changes over a longer period of time instead of doing everything all at once, which is how I always did it. So then I failed.
I mean, and Dr. Corey, you've talked about it a couple times before, especially when you're in the gym, it's important to be trained correctly. What's the difference between being able to work with people like yourself versus trying to learn on our own?
There's a lot of information out there, and it's about
Google is not your friend.
Exactly. I deal with it on a daily basis, the WebMD, or just different things out there, the different fad diets out there of maybe intermittent fasting or fasting for days or just cutting to obscenely low amounts of calories. They're fads. They don't seem to last. And we have this constant, if you watch a person over time, this ballooning of diet where they may lose some weight, but they put it all right back on. And that's one of the frustrations I have with some of these different challenges, different diets out there, that they're just very fad-based and not really a look at a long-term scenario.
Well, I know Mary is very thankful that you're in her corner. We're all thankful that you're here to help educate not only Mary, but us and our viewers at home. So guys, if you guys want to start your own fitness journey, be sure to contact these guys and get started with Team Fit Forever. They can always just answer questions that you may have too.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been working at it for a few months and you have a couple questions. They're here to help you guys just like they're helping Mary. If you want to follow along, search My Best Me Chat with 2 T's on your favorite social media site or visit WDEF.com. And of course, always check out Naked Foods for your great food. I love their lunch personally. And then Corey, you do a great job at CrossFit 1099. Kicks my butt every single time. All right, we'll talk to you guys here in a few weeks.